Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Spotlight videos, where today we're going to be looking at OpenTTD version 12. That's right, 12, not 1.12. The developers have dropped the 1. Maybe they thought there's never going to be a 2, so what's the point in the 1? So if version 11 was the Steam update, then version 12 is the multiplayer update. Now, first, before that, you noticed that the background of the title screen here is scrolling around. This is a new feature, and I've already had one message from somebody who says they don't like it and it makes them feel sick. Now apparently there's a setting to change and stop that, but I can't find it. Let me know down in the comments if there's a way to stop this. Now, multiplayer. To demonstrate the new multiplayer feature, I've got two versions of the game open here. Now, if you're playing the Steam version and you want to do this, you can browse the local files and run the OpenTTD.exe to open a second version of the game. Now, important here to note that the existing way of setting up multiplayer games still works. You can still set up a dedicated server and do all your port forwarding and all that sort of stuff. But there is a new way of doing ad hoc games. So let's do that now. We're going to go into multiplayer on one of them, and we're going to do start server. We've got our game name there, subscribe to Master Hellish, and we've set a password of Dave. Now, the visibility options have changed. We now have local, invite only, and public. Local means that only people on your local network will be able to connect to it, so inside your house, for example. Invite only means that if you have the invite code, you can join it, but you can't see it on the public list. And public means you'll be able to see it on the public list. So if you go to multiplayer and do search internet, you will see a big list of public games. Actually, it's quite a big list of public games. So we're going to set up an invite-only one. We're going to do a new game, set up our game generation how we want it to be, and generate our game. We've got a brand new multiplayer window here with lots of fantastic features. Let's have a look at them quickly. First off, we've got the name of the server, which as the server we can change if we want to, which is brilliant. The visibility, so we can switch between local, public, and invite-only. Gives us our invite code, which we'll need later. And it tells us our connection type, which you probably won't be interested in. So, your player name is also listed here, and you can change your player name. Previously, you had to do this via the console or go to the multiplayer screen. If you look here on the right at the top of the corner, that is where your player name is. In the past, that used to just say player, but they've got rid of that, so now that you're forced to enter a player name before entering a multiplayer game. This is fantastic. We used to have people joining multiplayer games with the player name player all the time, so this should prevent that. So, and then down here we've got the clients and companies. It's now much easier to see what clients are connected to the server and what companies they're a member of. You can also easily move between companies, so I can join the spectators, I can go back to my previous company, or I can join a brand new company just from this screen. We can also chat to people, and as an admin I can also do other things like delete and unlock the passwords of companies. So if we don't want this unnamed company in the game anymore, we can quite easily remove it without having to use console commands. So how do we join this game? Well, it's actually really easy. We just go to add server. Here is where you would normally enter the IP address of the person who's carefully set up a multiplayer game. But now you don't have to do that. You can do if you want to, but you have the option of using the invite code. Now, I've already got mine populated here because I tested this before recording the video, but I've put my multiplayer code in there. I'm just going to check that it's the same and hasn't moved. Yep, and when you click OK, it will add your game to the list on the screen. So let's see if we can find it. So let's just order by name, go down the list. And where is it? There, where was it? I saw it. There it is. Subscribe to Master Hellish. And we can just click it and join game. Pop the password in. And we are now connected to the server. You can see we've got Master Hellish here twice. So we can actually change my name here to Master Hellish Client. Oh, I typed it wrong, but you get the idea. And you can see we've got me as the server under one company and me as a spectator in the other one, and I can join a new company there if I wish to. It all just works without having to do any network configuration or any port forwarding. You just start a server on one side, give the code to your friend, and then they can enter it and join the game. Now, it's important to remember that this is still not through Steam. There's no Steam integration with OpenTTD. It's done through the OpenTTD servers, and the servers log where you are and your IP addresses so that it can connect you with the people that want to play with you using that special invite code. Now, in addition to the multiplayer, there is another significant change in this version of OpenTTD, and it's the one that I've had the most questions about so far. If you go into version 12 and open up the signals for railways, you will see that there are far less options in the signals menu than there used to be. The developers have hidden, not removed, hidden all other signals apart from path signals. Now, part of this decision was to allow new players to not be overloaded with lots and lots of different signal types. Now, you may say, well, why take away things that they might need? Well, actually, to do an OpenTTD network, you don't need any other signals apart from path signals. That is, unless you're doing really complicated things like priority merges and stuff. You can do all the stuff that I've done in my railway network here with just path signals. So you might say, why were the old signals in the game at all originally? Well, they were in the game to keep true to the original game for the main reason. But they are just hidden. They have not been removed. There is a game setting to bring them back if you wish to. So you can go to settings. I'm just going to put SIG in to try and find them. Oh, there we go. And we have this new menu setting, show signal types. Now, by default, it will only show you those path signals, but you can change it to show all signals. So we can change that, and you can see we're back to what we used to have. We've got the full range of block, one-way, entry, exits, and all that sort of good stuff. But here you've still got your path signals. Just to reiterate there, you can do your entire network with just path signals. You do not need the other ones unless you're doing really complicated stuff. And if you do want them, they are there in the game. They've just been hidden to make it easier for new players to get to grips with the game. And to be honest, I never use them anyway. Another change in the game is they've now made it so you can have a maximum of 255 new GRFs or mods in the game. Why you would want so many in the game, I'm not 100% sure, but they have changed it so that you can have that many. There is now a new icon when a train is lost. You can see here that in the train window we have this little icon here that shows you that this train has a problem. Indeed, this train has many problems because I've chopped it off. So those trains are lost, not able to get where they want to go, and we now have a little icon to be able to show us that. There is now an option to set wagon removal per group of trains. Here you can see it's doing it for the ungrouped because we have no groups. In the scenario editor, now as well as just doing standard direction rivers, you can also hold control and do diagonal ones. If you're viewing your vehicles and you're grouping them by shared orders, and you open up the shared orders window, there is now a new button at the top to view the orders for that group. So there we have it. There's my notes on all the changes in OpenTTD version 12. I hope you found it useful. There's also a load of other smaller features and loads of fixes, so you can check out their Discord or the website for a full list of the changelog. But that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching. Put all your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comments section, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.